In this video, we are going to factor a perfect trinomial and a difference of squares. So remembering our previous discussion about special products, we have a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So this is the uh, illustration or the format or form of a difference of squares. However, we also have a perfect square trinomial in a form of a squared plus 2ab plus b squared is equal to the factor of a plus b squared. And also we have a squared minus 2ab plus b squared is equal to the factor of a minus b squared. So let's have example number 1. Y squared minus 100. So y squared minus 100 is in the form of a difference of squares. So before going to factor, let us see first if the first term and the second term of this binomial are perfect squares. So the first term is y squared. So it is a perfect square since it has an exponent of 2, and 100 is also a perfect square. If we're going to get the square root of 100, the result is 10. So therefore, following the format above or the form above a squared minus b, the factors of this binomial is y plus 10 and y minus 10. So this will be our answer. How did you get y? So first we are going to get the square root of y squared. The answer will be y. And then next is to get the square root of 100, which is equal to 10. Now let's proceed to our second example. So we have 25x squared minus 36y squared. So this term, the first term is a perfect square, and also we have the second term as the perfect square. So we are still going to follow the difference of the squares or the format of difference of the squares. Now, let's get the square root of 25. 25x squared. If we get the square root of that, the result is 5x. And if we get the square root of 36y squared, the result is 6y. Therefore, our answer is 5x plus 6y and 5x minus 6y. So these are the factors of 25x squared minus 36y. Proceed to our example number 3. We have 162 minus 8s squared. So as you observe, the first term and the second term are not perfectly square. So all we have to do first is to determine if they have common factors. So as we can see, 162 and 8 is or can be divided into 2, or they are divisible by 2. So first thing to do is to divide them by 2. The result is we have 81 minus 4s squared. Now, as you can observe, 81 is a perfect square of 9 and 4 is a perfect square of 2, and we also have s squared is already a perfect square. So we can already factor this expression. So we have, don't forget to write 2. And then we have 9 plus 2s. And we have 9 minus 2s. So this will be our factor. So if you look at if you see the given difference of squares, if they are not perfect squares, let us observe the given. If they have common factors, then you're going to simplify them first, and after simplifying, if the result is still not a difference of squares, therefore they are not part of this format, or they cannot be factored out using this format. So since 81 and 4s squared is a perfect square already, so we are going to proceed following the format 9 plus 2s and 9 minus s. 9 minus 2s. Now let us proceed to our example number 4. We have a perfect trinomial, x squared plus 12x plus 36. So here we are going to get the square root of x squared. The result is x. And we also get the square root of 36. The result is 6. So our A is equals to x and our B is equal to 6. Let us check A and B if their product is going to be equal to 12. So following the format, okay, let us cover that. So following the format, a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So we have x squared plus 2 times x times 6 plus 6 squared. So if we're going to check this, we have x squared plus 12x plus 36, which is equal to our given. And therefore, this is correct. Now we have to make this in a form of a plus b squared. So our answer is equal to x plus our b is 6 and squared. So this will be our final answer. Now for our next example, we have x squared plus 20x plus 100. So the same what we have done in the fourth example. We have the middle term 2ab is equals to, so we'll get 20x. So we're going to divide this by 2 to get the product of AB. So the result is 10x. And then divide it by x. Therefore, we can conclude that this is our A and this is our B. So our answer is gonna be x plus, so be mindful of the sign in the middle term. So since it's positive, we're going to have plus, and the b is 10 squared. Okay. We divide it by 2 to get AB. So our A is x, obviously, because A is usually the variable, and then we have B, which is our last term, and that's all. Okay, what if we have y squared minus 6y plus 9? So it has a subtraction sign in the middle term. So we're going to use the format that has negative. So, or subtraction. So we have 2ab is equal to 6y. So we're going to divide this by 2. The result is 3y. Therefore, this will be our A and this will be our B. So, we are going to fill in. So, we have A as y and then minus, since it's minus, right? Following the form. So, we have B as 3 and then squared. This will be our answer, or you can write it as y minus 3 times y minus 3. This is also acceptable. So what about if we have example number 7, 64 minus 16r plus r squared. So this still following the format a minus 2ab plus b squared, since 64 is a perfect square and r squared is a perfect square. And then we're going to get the square root of 64. The result is 8. We'll get the square root of r squared. The result is r. To verify if the middle term is correct, we're going to divide 16r by 2. So the answer must be 8r. So in dividing 16r divided by 2, the answer is 8r. So this will be our A because it is located in the first part. And then R is our B. So the answer is going to be 8 minus R squared. Or you can write it into 8 minus R times 8 minus R. So this is acceptable. This is still acceptable. For our next example, we have 25p squared plus 60p q plus 144 q squared. So we have the form a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Let us check first if 25p is a perfect square. If we're going to square root that, get the square root of that, the result is 5p. And for 144 q squared, the result or the square root of this is going to be 12q. So let's divide. If we're going to get the sum of 5p and 12, the result is 60q. We have example number 9. 2a squared minus 28ab plus 98b squared. So as you observe, our a squared are not perfectly, or it is not a perfect square, and we also have 98b squared is not a perfect square. But all of the terms has a numerical coefficients that can be divided by 2. So to make this perfect square, we are going to eliminate 2. So if we are going to divide 2 in the first term, we have to divide it to all of the terms. So if we divide 2 here, for the second term, we're also going to divide it by 2, and also for the third term. So the result is 2. We have a squared By the way, 2 is a common factor in all of the numerical coefficients of all terms. We have a squared minus, we divide by 2, the result is 14ab, plus we divide it by 2, the result is 49b squared. And since we have already a new set of expressions and it is a perfect example of perfect trinomial, so we have the a is already a perfect square. So if we're going to get the square root of a, the result is a. And if we get the square root of 49, b squared, the result is 7b. So if we're going to multiply these two, the product is 7ab. And we're going to check the second term. So 2ab is equal to 14ab. To check if this is correct, we are going to divide it by 2 to get ab, and the result is 7ab, which is equal. So we have a, this will be our a, and 7b is our b. So the final answer is going to be a. Since we have minus sign, we are going to get use minus in the expression, and we have 7b squared. And do not forget the common factor 2. In the first place, we have 2 times a minus b squared. And that will be our final answer. Now, for our last example, we are going to write the expression in the factored form. So we're going to get the area of the shaded region. Okay, so we have here, this side measures 2x plus 5, and also this one equals also for this one and this one. So if you have a symbol of like that, it means that these 4 sides are all equal or equal to 2x plus 5. So this is, just imagine that this figure is a square. And also we have a small square in the middle, which measures x minus 3. So this side is also measures x minus 3, and so this side, and so this side, and so this side. So we are going to write an expression for this shaded region. So as you observe, the middle part is not shaded. So all we have to do is to get the area of the shaded part, and then subtract it to the area of x minus 3. So in getting the area of square, the formula is side squared, or 2x minus plus 5 squared. So we have 2x. We have 2x plus 5 squared. So this is the area of the shaded region, including this not shaded square. So the middle term, this is the area of this entire, the big square. And in order to get the area of the shaded region, we are going to subtract it to this square. So we have x minus 3 squared. So as you observe, we have 2x plus 5 following this format, and we also have x minus 3 following this format. But overall, we have this term, this is considered as one term, and this term following this format, the difference of square. So all of this part is the A, and this will be the B. B. We all know the factor of the difference of square is equal to A plus B and A minus B. So we're going to write this in a form of A plus B and A minus B. So we have A 2x plus 5 plus B, which is x minus 3, and then going to use bracket, and then this part we have 2x plus 5 minus B, which is x minus 3. So again, this is A plus B, and we also have A minus B. Okay. After that, if you wish to expand this expression, we can do it. So we have first to remove the brackets. The result is 2x plus 5 plus x minus 3. So combine the like terms, or we're going to collect the like terms. We have 2x and x. The result is 3x. And we have 5 minus 3. The result is positive 2. And for this A minus B, we're going to also remove the brackets, 2x plus 5. Okay, be mindful in this part. Since it's subtraction, we're going to distribute the sign. So negative times positive x, the result is minus x. And for this one, from negative, so negative times negative, the result is positive 3. So simplify, we're going to subtract 2x and negative x since they have a different sign or opposite sign. The result is x, and 5 plus 3 is positive 8. Now you have two binomials. You can multiply them using distributive property or any method you like. So we have 3x plus 2 multiply to x plus 8. So we have 3x multiplied to x. The result is 3x squared. We also have, and then we distribute to another part. We have 3x times 8. The result is 24x. Next is the second term. 2 times x. The result is 2x. And for the last, we have 2 times 8. The result is 16. So since they are like terms, we can combine them. 24x plus 2x, the result is 26x. Therefore, our answer is 3x squared plus 26x plus 16. So this is the area of the shaded region of this figure. So 3x squared plus 26x plus 16.